So yes, this is the TCL R617, a budget 4K TV. A budget 4K TV. And look how beautiful it looks. So on this video, I'm going to show you how to achieve the best possible deep dark levels on this TCL R617 budget 4K TV. Keep in mind, this is a budget 4K TV and it looks this good. So what's the trick? Well, whenever it comes to adjusting your black digital levels, remember when we call deep dark levels, we mean black digital levels, and that's exactly what we mean. When it comes to the brightness, we mean white bright digital levels. Okay, that's what we mean actually. It's just people use different phrases, different terms to nickname these levels. All right, so what I'm using here, well, I'm using my brightness at normal, okay? And that's the one important thing that you're going to have to do here. You want to avoid your brightness here, because this TV, if you want to achieve those deep dark levels, you want to make sure that your TV brightness is set to normal. That's the first step of doing it. The next step, obviously, is going to be making sure that your local contrast set to high. You don't necessarily need a dynamic contrast. You can turn that off. But your local dimming, make sure that your local dimming is set to high. So make sure that your TV brightness is at normal. Okay? First step first. Your TV brightness at normal. And your local dimming to high. I moved the backlit to 55 because I'm only sitting, not even 4.5 feet away from this television. You guys can actually go ahead and change this. You guys can adjust it to whatever preference you have, because the backlit, it's really dependent on where you sit. What's the environment like? Is it too much lit up light in a room, or are you sitting too far? It depends on your environment, how much of light you have in your room. So TV brightness at normal, local dimming at high. That's really the key to things here to remember. TV brightness at normal, local dimming at high. Backlit at 55. It's something I chose, but you guys can choose whatever your environment is, because I don't know what your environment is, okay? I don't know, maybe you are in a very bright room, so you might have to move this all the way high. Sharpness at 50, that's fine. Color temperature at normal 1, that's okay. And that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do to get really good deep dark levels. Just turn the dynamic contrast off. Turn this off. Where is it? Turn dynamic contrast off. Well, actually, you can not even use it while you have the local dimming, so that's cool. Just turn your local dimming at high and your TV brightness at normal. Trust me. Local dimming at high and then TV brightness at normal, you will get those nice deep dark levels on this TV for a budget 4K TV. And this looks really good, man. I'm not crushing any of my deep dark levels. They look really good. So the key thing is really just keeping that TV brightness at normal and your local dimming at high. Because when you turn the local dimming at 96 local dimming zones to maximum, that's what's going to help achieve those deep dark levels, those black digital levels, to be more darker as well. And then when you lower the TV brightness to normal, then you're going to have even more presentable deep dark levels, because now you're not using that brightness to overbright those black digital levels. Okay. And for a budget TV, TCL R617, this is amazing. Remember, this is a budget TV. All right, and what I can achieve here with this budget TV, it's pretty darn outstanding, okay? TV brightness normal. Now people ask me, why do you have to use the low power? The reason I use low power because I'm trying to avoid that brightness. Okay. Now this TV only has 840 nits. It's not the brightest TV, but remember, what I'm trying to do here on this. First of all, this is a budget TV. All right. So don't expect a deep dark levels to be as dark as Q8FN. Okay, this TV cannot achieve those deep dark levels as Q8FN and Q9FN. Okay, but for a budget TV, what this TV is doing for a budget TV for $600, I think these are the best recommendations that I can give you to achieve those best possible deep dark levels that we can achieve on this budget TV. And I would not touch your brightness, guys. Leave your brightness where it is. Just when I say brightness, I mean this brightness right here. Leave it at 50. I would not mess with this. I would keep this the way it is. Like I said, backlit will depend on where you are in the room and what the ambient is, what the lighting is, and all that stuff. But I would not touch this brightness. I would leave it alone. Okay? And I would make sure, like I said, keep your TV brightness at normal and your local dimming at high. Your local dimming should be right here under the local contrast. Okay? And if you do these two things, I guarantee you, you will get a really good deep dark levels for this TV. But also keep in mind that this is a budget TV, guys. You can't expect this TV to be in par with Q8FN or Q9FN or Z9F. It's just not going to happen, you know. But for what you're getting here for $600, it's a pretty darn good deal. Okay. And I'm trying to squeeze as best as I can of deep dark levels for this TV for what this TV can do. All right. And what this TV is doing, obviously, in terms of the contrast ratio, in terms of black digital levels, white bright digital levels, and the color accuracy, it's pretty darn good for this TV, for this price. Okay? And this is why I always tell people, you know, if you want to get something, if you want to get a TV that you don't have to break the bank, save a bunch of cash, this is it. This is the TV to do that, you know. So go ahead, try these settings. Let me know what you think. Like I said, this is it. Pretty simple. Keep the TV brightness at normal. Go to advanced picture settings. Keep the local contrast at high, which is your local dimming. And everything else here should be like this, except this. Backlit, it's your own personal preference. Backlit, you will have to choose what your ambient light is in the room. And like I said, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. And I think this is as best as you can get in terms of deep dark levels. But for the love of God, please do not mess with this. I've seen people do this. I've seen people move the brightness down to, you know, a 30 or I've seen people do this. I've seen people do this. This is you crushing the deep dark levels. That's what this is. You don't want to do this. Okay, you don't want to do that. You want to keep it at 50. Right here. Right at 50. Okay? And there you have it. That's all I got, guys. For TCL, for now. Cheers.